Over the weekend, Leo and his family took his grandma Fran and Grandpa Jack to the Horizon Senior Assisted and Memory Care Living Center.
While his grandparents had been living in his house for the last few months, it was apparent that they needed an environment that had more round-the-clock care, as well as living space that didn't require them to walk up and down stairs.
Leo was incredibly sad that they would no longer be living with him anymore and was having a really hard time without them around.
While the house seemed cramped at times, Leo loved the fact that there was always someone home for him to talk to. His grandparents had always played a special part of his life, especially in the last 6 months that they had been living with him.
Hey man, I stopped by your house twice this weekend. Where were you?
We gotta take my grandparents to the senior living center. They aren't gonna be living with us anymore.
How come? It seems like they just came to live with you.
I know. Can you believe it? It's been 6 months.
The students headed to the cafeteria for breakfast. After grabbing their food, they headed to their usual morning spot with their other friends, Jonah, McKenna, and Marissa.
The conversation paused momentarily as the friends got settled at a table with their food.
Leo, we stopped by your house this weekend to see if you wanted to play basketball. Where were you?
Sorry, guys. I know we talked about playing, but I totally forgot. This is the weekend we're taking my grandparents to the senior living center.
I thought they were planning to stay with you.
The plan was for them to stay as long as possible, but unfortunately, walking up and down the stairs became a challenge, and my parents aren't always home, so it was hard for them to stay at the house without the proper care they needed.
Well, the good news is that the senior center is close by. You can even walk or ride your bike there.
I know, but it's weird not having them around all the time. I miss seeing them and talking with them. I promised to visit them as often as I could.
I'm sure they'll miss that time with you already too.
The sixth graders finished their breakfast, and the subject changed to Valentine's Day. It was coming up in the next few weeks.
Don't you think we're a little too old to have a class Valentine's Day party?
Hey, I love Valentine's Day. Passing out cards and candy is fun no matter how old you are.
Whatever. By 6th grade, like 5 people buy Valentine's cards. You want to go to celebrate because you get to miss 45 minutes of class playing games, eating candy, and talking with friends.
The teachers gave the signal for the students to be quiet, throw away trash, and line up. The students headed on their way to homeroom.
As the students got organized at their desks, the morning announcements began with Principal Adler.
Good morning, staff and students. Happy last day of January. As we embark on the month of February, we will be deeming Random Act of Kindness Month. Your teachers will be giving you more information about your participation once the announcements are finished. I look forward to hearing about all of your RAKs and the demonstration you were able to reflect upon. Have a wonderful last day of January, everybody.
I see some expected confused looks. Does anyone know what a random act of kindness is? Cameron?
When you do something nice for someone that they aren't expecting?
Exactly. It's a way we can show others that we care even though we might not even know them.
So we're supposed to do these things for strangers? We're also supposed to talk to strangers.
As a class, we have concluded that random acts of kindness are nice gestures we do for others. Here's an example. While at Starbucks a few weeks ago, I was waiting in line for coffee. As I was next in line, the one before me said to the worker after she placed her order, "I'd like to pay for her drink too." She turned to me and asked me what I was drinking. I looked at her stunned and not knowing how to respond. She asked again and shared that she just wanted to do a kind thing. So I ordered my coffee with cream, she paid for it, then encouraged me to spread kindness with someone else.
A stranger just bought you coffee?
That is correct.
Did you do something kind for someone else?
I did, and I'm trying to focus on a kind gesture each day, kind of like we are asking you to do for our February focus. I'm even journaling about it. While that woman in the coffee shop kindly bought my coffee, she made me want to be more thoughtful of others. The impact of a kind act is sometimes bigger than we can even imagine.
So, what did you do?
Last week, I decided to bake cookies for the staff and leave them in the staff eating area anonymously. I also cleared out all of our toys that my kids were no longer using and put them to Children's Hospital where they could be put to good use. Keep in mind, you don't need to spend money. There are tons of things you can do for others to make them happy.
The class continued with a few more questions, and Miss Franklin explained that the students would be using the composition notebooks to keep track of their kind deeds. In the notebook, they would write about each kind deed, how the other person responded, and how it felt to perform the kind deed.
At home,
home, Leo sat down at the kitchen table. He missed his grandma, greeting him at the door with a sweet snuggle, and his grandpa, parking himself in the chair next to him and keeping him company while he tackled his homework.
Leo finished his math and was working on his spelling when his mom came home from work.
Hey buddy, how was your day?
It was alright. We got this thing for the month of February. Instead of doing Valentine's Day, we're doing this thing called Random Acts of Kindness.
So, what are you thinking about doing?
I don't know. Do you have any ideas?
Well, let's go visit your grandma and grandpa. Let's surprise them with dinner, and maybe along the way we'll think of something.
Well, surprising them with dinner would be a random act of kindness, right?
I think it can be an example. Maybe when we get back, you can reflect on it in your journal.
I'll worry about the journal later. Let's just get going. I can't wait to see them.
Along the way, Leo texted his dad to meet them there. Dinner would not be fancy, but at least it would be nice to sit down all together. Even though it had only been since Saturday that Leo's grandparents had moved to the senior center, he couldn't wait to see them.
Leo and his mother grabbed student sandwiches on their way to the Horizon Senior Assisted Living Memory Care Center, hungry and ready for a great visit.
Leo's grandma and grandpa were relaxing in a common area when Leo and his parents arrived.
Hey, Grandma.
What are you guys doing over here?
I don't think I've ever been happier to see you from the face.
We missed you more than you can imagine.
I had time to miss you guys. We've only been here for 2 full days. They treat us like celebrities here.
Dad, I'm glad to hear that you're comfortable and things going well.
Of course, we miss spending time together with you guys, but they're truly wonderful to us.
I'm starving. Can you tell us about your first few days while we eat?
You brought dinner too?
One of the things that was so great about you being with us was that we actually sat down and had dinner as a family. I don't want that to go away, so we will plan to come as often as we can.
I like that.
The family carried on as though they were sitting at the same kitchen table that they had shared for the last 6 months. Leo was so happy to see how content his grandparents were in their new home. He also liked how it felt surprising them and seeing how delighted they were.
After 2 hours, the visit came to an end. Leo and his parents had to say their goodbyes to Grandma Fran and Grandpa Jack. While it was hard to say goodbye, Leo had already decided that after this visit, he would be coming regularly to see them.
When Leo got home, he went to the kitchen table and wrote about his surprise visit to his grandparents to have dinner. He wrote about their reaction and how surprising them made him feel. Then he thought back to when his grandma said as they waved their final goodbyes, "Leo, please tell your friends hello for us."
The next day at school, Leo met up with his friends in the cafeteria.
Hey guys.
Hey, what's up? So, did anyone start their RAK journal?
It's an RAK journal.
Your journal has a kindness journal. Even I know that.
Nope, I have no idea where to begin.
You can begin by giving me your pancake.
No way, man, I'm starving. Plus, it isn't random if you beg me for my food every day.
So, last night, we had dinner with my grandparents.
Oh, how are you doing?
They were great. It was so good seeing them so happy. Honestly, I think I might be missing them more than missing us.
No way.
And as we were leaving, they told me to say hello to you, Boo. So I'm thinking I might have the perfect random act of kindness for all of us.
You're going to give us all your pancakes?
I was thinking that the 5 of us could go and have a Valentine's celebration there. Maybe bring some treats, games, cards. I know my grandparents would love to see us, and I bet the other people there would like that too.
Awesome idea. I'll be in charge of bringing the cards.
I'll bring the treats.
I'll eat the treats.
Seriously, that is a great idea. I would like to hang out with your grandpa. He's a cool dude.
Leo and his friends finished up breakfast and headed up to class. At the end of the school day, Leo and his friends headed over to Leo's house to plan their Valentine's celebration at the Horizon Senior Assisted Living Center.
When Leo's mom came home from work, she was greeted by the whole crew sitting at her kitchen table.
Well, hello everybody. Hey Mrs. M, how was your day? Great, Cameron. Thanks for asking. So, what are you guys doing?
Remember how I told you about the random act of kindness challenge?
Yes.
Well, I was thinking maybe we should bring a little Valentine's fun to Grandma and Grandpa on Friday.
I'm in charge of bringing the cards, McKenna's bringing the treats, and the boys are deciding which games to bring.
What a considerate idea. Your grandparents are going to love it. Let me know if you guys need any help.
We should be good.
And they were. The thoughtful bunch was a hit at the Horizon Senior Assisted Living and Memory Care Center. They passed out cards and treats and played games for 2 hours with the various residents.
While the students wrote about the event that they had randomly organized and enjoyed themselves, they had no idea what an impact they had on the seniors. While Leo returned weekly to spend time with his grandparents, for months the seniors commented to Grandpa Jack and Grandma Fran about what a thoughtful and amazing gesture their grandson had coordinated.
While Leo just wanted to spend time with his grandparents, his efforts were much more far-reaching. Like Miss Franklin had shared with the class, the impact of a kind act is sometimes bigger than we can ever imagine.
If you're looking for ways to show kindness, here are a few ideas. Write a thank you note to a teacher, pay a friend a compliment, and do chores without being asked.
Pick up trash, rake your neighbor's leaves, help your sibling with a project, and help a friend with homework.
Stick up for someone who is being bullied. Let someone go ahead of you in line. Use your manners. Talk to someone who might be too shy to talk to you at first. Donate toys and clothes that you no longer use. And be kind to someone you dislike.
Refrain from complaining for a week. Hold the door open for your class. Eat lunch with somebody new at school. Offer somebody a piece of gum. Return a shopping cart that's in the middle of the lot.
Write a letter to a soldier, make someone laugh, clean up after yourself, use less plastic, and lastly, cheer on a teammate.